If you're a real estate agent and your social media feels like a graveyard, posts that get no engagement, no DMs, no leads, I want you to watch this entire video. Because the problem isn't that you're not posting enough, the problem is that you don't have a system. Today, I'm breaking down the 5 content pillars that every single real estate agent needs to be using. And once you understand this framework, you will never run out of content ideas again. These 5 pillars aren't just content categories. They're the exact same categories your future clients are already searching for. So stick with me because pillar number 4 is the one most agents completely skip, and it's probably the most powerful one of all. Hi, I'm Allison Coffman with the Caldwell Group, and welcome to the Next Level Agent YouTube channel. I'm so grateful that you're here, where we build agents to their next level, one step at a time, starting on the ground floor and building upwards from there so we all have a great foundation. I love bringing content and value like this so that you can take it home with you and start practicing day one. If any of this resonates with you, I would really appreciate it if you hit that little subscribe button and waited and hung out with us for our next video, because we're going to post every single week as best as we possibly can. And I look forward to connecting with you soon. I love engaging with our agent community, so please just drop a comment what city you're from, and I would love to help with you soon. Real quick, before I get into the pillars, here's why this framework matters. Your social media isn't just a billboard, it's a relationship building machine, and the agents who are growing right now are not running more ads. They're simply showing up more intentionally. 5 types of posts rotating week after week. Let's just go ahead and get into it. Pillar number 1 is content. I know what you're thinking. I don't want to put my whole life on the internet. I get it. But here's the thing. People don't hire the most qualified agent. They hire the agent they feel like they already know. So personal content is not about oversharing. It's about letting people see the human behind the hustle. Your morning routine, chaos of showings and slow drop off, and the moment you almost lost a deal and actually what you did about it. Your why, the reason you got into real estate. This is the content that actually makes someone stop scrolling and think, okay, I actually like this person and they understand what I'm feeling. That's what gets you the DM. You don't have to share everything. You just have to share something real. The line between vulnerable, chaotic, stay on the vulnerable side. That's your sweet spot. Pillar number 2 is your educational content. This one is your ticket to becoming the go-to expert in the market. Think about what your client asks you all the time. What does earnest money mean? How does the inspection process work? Should I get pre-approved before I start taking a look? Those are conversations that you're already having in person at the showing and at the coffee shop. So just start typing them out and record them on your phone. Things like buyer tips, seller insights, step-by-step process breakdowns, myths, mythbusters that you see buyers believe all the time. And the stuff that feels really basic to you is actually life-changing for someone who has never bought a house before. So when you educate your audience consistently, something ends up shifting where they stop seeing you as much of a salesperson and they start seeing you as their actual resource. And when they're ready to buy or sell, you're the first person that they think of. So you can educate once and then be remembered forever. Real quick, wait until you get to pillar 4. That's the one that the most agents are completely skipping. And honestly, it might be the fastest way to build trust on your social media accounts without spending a single dollar on ads. So you're really not going to want to miss that one. Market updates is pillar number 3. This is where you become the actual knowledge broker of your area. Here's where most agents get it wrong. They screenshot a graphic from their brokerage and they throw it on their story and they call it a day. That is not a market update. That is noise and it's confusing and no one knows how to read it. The market update actually works when you translate the data. You don't just tell them the inventory, you tell them what that means for first-time buyers and sellers and homeowners. Don't just say prices are up. I want you to tell me what that means about selling my house this spring or this summer. So if you are the filter between confusing data and real human decisions, that is your superpower. So when you own that role in your content, you become the agent people send articles to and say, hey, what do you think about this? That's the goal, to be the expert, not the salesperson. This is the one that agents skip. Here's number 4. This is the one I told you to wait for. Social proof. And I don't just mean just listed, just closed with a cute little emoji holding it and like a little static picture. I mean, really tell the story. Instead of saying just sold in 4 days, look at me, I'm great. Try this. This family was told by two different agents that their budget wasn't enough in this market. And then we were able to sit down and get creative with their strategy. 6 weeks later, they had keys in their hand, and here's exactly how we made that happen. Do you feel that difference? The first one is a brag. The second one is a belief. You're not just showing that you close deals, you're showing people that their situation isn't hopeless, that there's a way, that you're the person who finds that way. There's closing moments, client testimonials, behind the scenes of the deal, celebrating every win, big or small, because no ad budget in the world can buy the trust that actual social proof then creates. Pillar number 5 is community content. This one is the long game, and it pays off in a really big way. Doing local events, small business shout outs, neighborhood features, doing hidden gems in your city, the restaurant that's been around for 30 years that everyone knows about but nobody talks about, that farmer's market that runs every Saturday up the road. What about the new development that's going up in downtown and what that actually means for the neighborhood that's already established nearby? When you post community content, you're saying something to your audience that no listing post ever can. It says, I actually live here and I love it here. I'm invested in this place, not just transactions. So people don't just hire a real estate agent, they hire their neighbor. Be the neighbor first, the agent second. That's what sets you apart in a sea of agents all posting the same, now's a great time to buy content. So let's zoom out. There are 5 pillars: personal, educational, market updates, social proof, and community. And here's exactly how you can use them. 1 post per day, Monday through Friday, 1 pillar per day. And you rotate through them every single week. That's it. That's the system. Monday is your market update. Be the expert. Tuesday is personal, where you can be a human. And Wednesday is about the community, where you can be a neighbor. Thursdays are for educational, to teach your audience something. And Friday is social proof, where you get to celebrate somebody that you helped win. You can batch your content 1 day a week, shooting everything in an afternoon, where you can schedule it out. And then you actually show up and engage whenever you post, because engaging is the key to making these posts actually convert. Posting and praying somebody reaches out to you without you reaching out to them is a hopeless strategy. The agents who are winning on social media right now are not the most talented ones. They're the most consistent ones. That's it. Consistency beats perfection every single time. If this was helpful, drop a comment below and tell me which pillar you're going to start with. I read every single comment. And if you want to take this even further, I've linked everything you need in the description to help you build out your content plan and get your first 30 days all mapped out. You don't have to be everywhere. You just have to show up consistently. I'll show you in the next one exactly how you can map out your content, examples of what you can post, and where you can position yourself to actually get these posts to start engaging your audience, converting to leads, and getting you selling more houses.